Hi, welcome to those who are new, welcome to those who are returning. It is amazing to have you. I went on a little hiatus and it was amazing, and now I'm back, and I sat down with Spirit this morning, and we've got some cards, we've got some things to discuss. It looks like there is there's some funky energy. Okay, when the first cards they had me pull are the energies of affliction, we got some things to talk about, right? Okay, so we have a couple things here that came out. By the way, thanks for subscribing, leaving comments, and liking videos. It really does help the messages to get out. So if anything resonates with you, please don't hesitate to subscribe so you get more messages. And it does help other people to get these messages, right? Okay, so let's talk about this. The energy was really thick this morning whenever I sat down, and I was like, okay, am I supposed to share this on my channel or am I not? They said to share it. So here we are. I know there's a lot of you that go through a lot of things. Okay, I know that there are a lot of things that are happening in people's worlds that you may not necessarily even understand. Okay, but there's a lot of things that are negatively affecting your life or your lifestyle right now. Okay, so the first card that came out was binding love spells. Okay, so magic used to trap a person in a one-sided or unhealthy romantic relationship, manipulating emotions or actions. The next card that came out was baneful magic. Okay, magic meant to cause harm, injury, or destruction to somebody's life. This can be in the form of curses, hexes, or any other ritualistic harm. Okay, bottom of the deck, we had, well, there was another card that kind of fell and it kind of moved on its own, so I took it. We have binding jar. So you have somebody, a binding jar is used to bind a person or a situation, often to stop harmful behavior or influence. I feel like this binding jar is trying to stop someone's forward motion, okay? There's spiritual attachments here. Negative or dark entities attached to a person, draining their energy and causing feelings of fear, anxiety, or oppression. This can happen during moments of vulnerability or through negative spiritual practices. So what I'm getting is maybe you've had somebody in your life and they came in the form of love. They came in the form of a relationship, okay? Somebody wanted to trap you in something very unhealthy, you know? Baneful magic here, there are curses, hexes, vexes, different things like that, rituals, routines that are done to cause destruction or harm to somebody's life. I also feel like if all of this is going on, you are probably a person who is on a very important path and purpose. You are somebody who has meant for something. Your path is big. You're about to step into your north node, so you better believe that the negative energies and entities are going to be at play. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see you step into your purpose. So of course there are bindings. You know, again, love spells, it's a binding. You know, somebody is trying to, like, I'm seeing more freezer spell than this, but I'm seeing a freezer. Now, what the overall thing is they want you to become so emotionally vulnerable, so manipulated that you're acting out of character and are an easy target for spiritual attachments. But these spiritual attachments are entities that are meant to drain you, to pull you off your path and your purpose. You know, this is like you becoming an anxious and panicky person. You know, things being stopped for you, bound for you. Like, again, it's more of like that. It's stopping your forward movement is what they keep saying. Okay, but let me tell you what else came out, and then we'll pull a few cards ourselves. And so the first card that came out was Sun. So is this like a Leo energy? Is this somebody working out of ego? Do you know their identity, right? The sun energy, it's like who you are and how you express yourself. I'm also seeing bold, pride, ego, Leo, okay? And what else came out with that was the Hierophant. So the Hierophant can talk about a group, right? A community. This can also, it's a community that shares beliefs, right? The Hierophant can also be like divine guidance, but I do feel like it's more of a group that were very prideful. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourself. These people sending these bindings, doing these rituals, trying to manipulate, trying to trap you, are working out of pride. Okay, this baneful magic, this binding jar. Okay, we had heart chakra. Why is all of this happening? It's your heart. It's your heart chakra. Somebody wants you so devastated. Somebody wants you having, you know, issues with your emotional regulation. If they can get to your heart chakra, they'll be able to manipulate anything and everything, right? Because right now, if you're stepping into your north node, into your purpose, you have a center of love, compassion, humility. You know, you have kindness. You know, you allow your heart to lead you where you're meant to go. If they can hurt you, manipulate you, trap you, make you feel so vulnerable, panicked, anxious, they now can control you in ways that you may not even know. I do want you to know you are here to create something. You are here to do something. You're meant to create something big, okay? You are highly protected. Archangel Michael is here. Archangel Michael is the leader of the archangels. Archangel Michael defends and protects you from evil. So these spiritual attachments, this binding jar, black magic, right? No, you are divinely protected. You have a lot of divine forces. You have a lot of ancestors, angels helping you through this right now. High Priestess, there's a lot of things being done. Neptune, mysticism. Again, this is your intuition, illusions, fantasy, subconscious mind, secrets, actions to affect your health, your mind, your routines, okay? Again, Chariot, your forward movement. But again, you have divine intervention and Venus here. I haven't even looked at these. This is great. You have divine intervention. It's time for you to speak up. It's time for you to be heard. I've got tingles from my crown all the way to my toes. It is time. You are ready. You're coming from a place of love. Venus energy, it's love. But it's also, you know, it's the ruler of all that is beautiful. I feel like you see beauty in the world, okay? Judgment is here. You're meant to be seen. You have this beautiful star energy, Judgment, for the things that have happened, okay? You have a lot of eyes on you right now, divine eyes, a lot of divine protection, a lot of angelic protection. You have the divine's eyes on you, but also on the people trying to stop your forward motion, okay? So let's just pull a few cards here and let's see what wants to come out. My throat's trying to close, so somebody does not want me speaking about this. Ancient bonds. Your ancestors are here. The past is the key. These people, this group, this community, it's from your past, right? You are uncovering truths, rebirth. What's hidden emerges. unraveling stories. And that's what's happening right now. You're figuring out your story. Soulful stories. You speak magic words. When you write, what you write in your mind becomes realized. Universal wisdom. You hold a lot of ancient wisdom. You're stepping into a path and a purpose, okay? People are afraid of what you have to bring out, what is being revealed. You have a lot of knowledge that these lower entities, this lower vibration, this community that's in their ego, they don't want being told. Connect with spirit. You have a very divine connection, okay? You may not have even known this. Spirits guide you. What's unseen has influence, presence in absence. Connect with spirit. You're being called to really connect right now with your guides, your angels, your ancestors, and spirit. You have, there has been a lot of unseen influence in your life right now. Binding spells, baneful magic, things that have been done to slow you down. Connect. 11:11 on my clock. Okay? You're being, I almost feel like there was a veil over you. People didn't see you, the real you, right? You have always been led by spirit, but now it feels even more. You are listening to your heart. You're listening to your soul. You are connecting more and more with spirit, your ancestors, your guides. Moon lover, beauty in the darkness. We're bringing everything to light. Okay? You are bringing everything to light. There is a very big transformation that's happening. You were quietly, you held the strength. Again, it's your heart. It's your soul. It's what you're here to do. And you are so divinely protected. Okay? You are the beauty in the darkness. I think you have found beauty in the darkness. Okay, let's see one more. Thank you. Stitched soul. You built yourself. You built yourself up. All the things that were meant to trap you, harm you, hurt you, stop you, didn't allow that to happen. You built yourself again. You rebuild from broken pieces. You embrace what makes you unique, and you create in the midst of chaos. You are building yourself anew. Major transformation energy. Bottom of the deck. Shadow monster. The unknown holds power. Face the shadows. Turn darkness into strength. Tame your inner beast. I do feel that a lot of you, one, had to continue to have hope and faith in more. You had to continue to allow the stars, that light in the darkness, to lead you. You know, you had to have this optimism and something that you couldn't see. Okay, but while you were alone, while you were in this darkness, you learned how to tame that inner beast, that inner chaos. And from there, you've created this beautiful, stable, secure person. Okay, you've learned your truth, and now it's time for you to step forward. What's underneath that? Yeah, you're releasing the past with grace. Final rest. Things are being put to rest for you. Okay, the people, the communities, the people, places, and things that refused. Essentially, these are all bodies for these negative energies and entities. You know, all of this is being put to rest so you can find your peace again. Honor what's past. You honored your past. You honored your ancestors as you have finally put this to rest. Okay. All right. What else do they want to tell you? And then I have to go. People wanted to scare you. Boogeyman. You know, they wanted you to be afraid because they were afraid of what the experience would be if you knew who you truly were. You know, People wanted you afraid. But you beat that. Yeah. You learned how to ground. Okay. Nature. I feel like you learned how to ground. You took a deep dive. And you found your security, your stability, perhaps even soul family, if it isn't really your family, right? You found that security, that stability. You took a deep dive into the darkness. You found painful magic. You're being protected from lies. Okay? You refuse to conform. You refuse to submit. You refuse to be consumed by the lies. You have people who are majorly obsessed with your moves. What are you doing? Where are you going? People want to know, who are you seeing? What have you built? I do think a lot of you are moving in silence, and this is part of that protection, right? You're about to shock the world. I think you're actually about to be surprised by the wonder that is coming to you. Okay, an animal. You followed your instincts. You didn't allow the tricksters around you to consume you. Water. Maybe you're dealing with a water sign, or you learned how to tame your emotions. You learned that it was time for you to go. Flight. When you did this, you escaped things, but you also found growth. Okay, you escaped things and you found growth in your, I would say, independence, right? Which is beautiful. All right, I'm going to pull a little tarot. We'll call it good, you guys. If you've been going through things at the hands of other people, it hasn't gone unnoticed. Okay? If you've been going through things at the hands of others, God, the universe, the angels see everything. Your judgment, your justice is here. Okay? Know that everything is seen. 7 of Pentacles. You invested. You invested into yourself. You invested into your path and your purpose. Okay? There's reward that's coming for you. What is this? Yeah, you definitely had people causing a lot of conflict, a lot of resistance for you, but you kept pushing, okay? You had a lot of people trying to create a lot of clouds, right? A lot of clouds, a lot of storms in your life, but you kept pushing through. 7 of Cups. They tried to create a lot of illusions and confusion for you, but you used those illusions and confusions as options and opportunities for growth. Okay? You were not bogged down. Page of Cups. You've got good news coming. You've got a lot of good news coming. You know, you're ready to explore options and opportunities. You're ready to travel into this new path and purpose. You know, you have people very, very anxious. 9 of Swords, sleepless nights, because you ultimately are the light. You're bringing all of this to light. It's being illuminated. 5 of Pentacles, it's leaving people out in the cold. It's not where they want to be. So, what I'm going to say is, I feel a heaviness here. A lot of clouds, a lot of rain. There's been a lot of storms for you. God, the universe, the angels have seen everything. You are highly protected and you are highly favored. Please keep walking forward. Okay? You don't have to do anything. You just have to believe and have faith that there is more. All right? That's all I have for you guys. If you're interested in a personal, please don't hesitate to email me or book through Hipsy. don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I would love to make more of these videos for you. So I hope this helps you in your situation. I love you. I wish you so much love, light, truth, and clarity on your path, and I will see you soon.